Welcome back. Today we are continuing our conversation all about how to start a successful skill or knowledge-based online business. This series is all about how you can monetize your own unique skill or knowledge. And yes, we all have unique skills and knowledge to share with the world, and there are people out there right now who need the knowledge that you already have and will pay you for it. If you're new here, thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Rachel Harrison-Sund, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about how to start your own successful skill or knowledge-based online business. So please do subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell, and that way you can be notified when every single video in this 5-part series is going to be released over the next few weeks. So last week, in the first video of the series, we talked about what you actually need to start an online business, as well as all those things that you don't need. So things that are really going to do nothing more but waste your time and money. I also introduced a simple 4-step framework for creating a successful skill or knowledge-based online business launch. So step 1 being to uncover your profitable idea, step 2, attracting your ideal customers, step 3, creating your irresistible offer, and step 4, to set up your infrastructure and launch your irresistible offer. Now, if you missed that first video, do go back and watch that one first so that you're not missing anything important. Today, we're talking about step 1 of that framework, how to uncover your profitable idea. Even if you already have an idea, this process is going to help you validate it. And even if you already have an existing business, but you're struggling to make money, this validation process can help you clarify your offer so that your target market is more eager to buy. So don't skip this video, even if you already have an existing business. Now, the first stage in uncovering your profitable idea is brainstorming potential ideas. Now, as I already said, you might already have one, but if you don't, this is how you're going to generate a list of ideas and then choose one to test. So when brainstorming ideas, you want to consider both acquired skills and acquired knowledge. So do you have a particular skill that you've developed over time that not everyone else has? So for example, do you know how to ballroom dance? Are you a skilled woodworker, writer? Are you great at math? Similarly, do you have acquired knowledge about a particular subject that not everyone has? Do you know the ins and outs of real estate? Do you understand how blockchain works? Do you know how to manage teams of people? Now, a few other questions you can ask yourself here are, what are a few things that come very naturally to you or that just, come easily to you? What have you been told that you're good at by family or friends or bosses or teachers from either adulthood or childhood? What do other people come to you for help with? What were you really good at as a child? So you want to try to come up with as many ideas as you can without worrying about their viability as business ideas at this point. You want to get a free flow of ideas going without the sound of that negative inner voice chiming in and blocking the flow. So you know that voice I'm talking about, the one that's just in your ear going, no one's ever going to pay you for that. Just shut that voice up for now. We'll get to that later. Now, it's also very important to remind yourself at this stage that you don't need to be an absolute expert in any of these areas. This is a common trap for entrepreneurs considering new business ideas, thinking that they have to know absolutely everything there is to know about a topic. Otherwise, you and your product or service will be of no use to anyone. This is untrue. Now, while obviously you do need a solid understanding of whatever your given idea is, you don't need to know absolutely everything. All you need are viable solutions to specific problems. So I'll use my own business as an example here. So I teach people how to generate passive income on the Kindle Direct publishing platform. Now, I don't know absolutely everything there is to know about KDP, and my methods aren't the only methods that exist, but I know it worked for me, and so that's what I've taught, and I've been able to get results for myself and others, and that is what matters here. So this is the way that you should be thinking about your own skills and knowledge. You don't need to be an absolute master, you just need to be further along on your path than those who are coming to you for help. Now, once you've got a list of at least 10 or so skills or areas of knowledge that you possess, it's time to do some preliminary assessment to see if any of them are monetizable. So for each idea on your checklist, you want to see if you can come up with 3 to 5 potential product or service ideas. So ideally, you're looking for an idea that can be monetized in multiple ways. So could your offer include an ebook or a physical book? Could it be a digital course, a live or virtual workshop, one-on-one coaching, group coaching, a live event or a summit? Are there any opportunities for earning affiliate income? So after you've gone through this exercise, you want to choose the idea that you're most excited about and that you think has the most potential to make money over the long haul, and then move on to the validation stage. Okay, now it's time to validate your idea. This is the most important phase in uncovering your profitable idea because it can potentially save you months of wasted effort and hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. So skipping this step could mean the difference between a raging success and a spectacular flop. So in the last video, which you can check out here, I told you about my gluten-free meal planning service flop. I spent hundreds of dollars registering that business, months of time creating a website, weeks of meal plans, logo, blog articles, only to have it all fly right out the window once I realized, too late, that no one was actually going to pay me for this service. Don't let this be you. Front-load this work now so that you can validate your idea in the beginning and save yourself from an epic flop like mine down the line. Now, if you already have a business that's struggling to make money, this validation step can help you clarify your offer so that you can start attracting buyers. And it could give you some ideas for new offers or just help you tweak your existing one so that it becomes more appealing to your target market. So let's get into what that looks like. First, it's time for some preliminary market research. So to start off, you want to have a little bit of a nose around to see if other similar businesses exist. Now, if so, this is a good sign. It proves that people are already paying for this idea. Don't fall into the trap of dropping the idea simply because someone else is already doing it. There's plenty of room in the market for anyone that can differentiate themselves. Pepsi did not stop themselves from entering the cola space just because Coke was already there. Now, you will likely have something to your offer that your competitors don't. So, for example, I'm not the only one on YouTube who talks about low-content publishing, but many people gravitate toward me because of my design-centered approach and because I don't hype up the opportunity as some get-rich-quick scheme. So I'm very real about the amount of time and effort low-content publishing takes. Now, others might gravitate towards some of my competitors because of their robust knowledge about ads, or maybe they just prefer their personality over mine. And that's fine. There's room for us all. Whatever the case, I really believe that there is room for everyone. It's just about finding that unique take that you can offer that will set you apart. Now, if you don't see anything similar currently in existence, either you have a really innovative idea on your hands, or there's a reason that it doesn't already exist, which is because there's just no market for it. Now, either way, you're going to want to rely heavily on the next portion of the validation stage that we're going to be talking about in a couple of minutes so that you can be sure your idea is viable. So next you're going to think about who your ideal customers are, who exactly is in your target market, and why would they pay for some of the product or service ideas that you came up with in the previous step. Now don't just think about demographics here. It's not enough just to say North American women or North American moms between the ages of 25 and 35. This is useful information to have, but it doesn't get to the heart of who they really are or why they might be interested in your offer. So you want to ask yourself some questions like, what are their most important values? What are their hobbies and interests? Where do they hang out, offline and online? What are their biggest life goals? What are their biggest struggles right now? Their biggest challenges, obstacles, pain points, when it comes to whatever your idea is. What product or service could you offer that would solve those biggest pain points? What transformation are they ultimately looking for? How could you help them achieve that transformation? Now, most of what you come up with, or a lot of it anyway in this stage, is going to be based on some assumptions. But don't worry, you're going to be testing those assumptions out in the next step. Your goal right now is to just start painting a picture of who your market is so that you can start connecting with them in real life. So once you've started painting this picture, it's time to speak to real members of this market so that you can complete that picture and fully validate your idea. This is by far the most important step of the entire process, having real one-on-one conversations with members of your target market, your ideal customers. During this step, it's extremely important to find people who are actually a part of your target market to speak with about your idea. So asking friends or family members who aren't part of your target market isn't going to cut it here. This isn't going to get you an accurate assessment of your idea. So friends and family, they come with major biases. They might be likely to just tell you what you want to hear in order to prevent hurt feelings, or they might even just shoot your idea down in an attempt to protect you from failure. Now, I think most importantly, your friends and family, they just don't know what it's like to be your ideal customer. So if they're not experiencing the same challenges or obstacles or pain points that your ideal customers share, they're not going to have any understanding of the impact your product or service can ultimately have on their lives. So find out where your target market hangs out. either in person or online, and ask to have a brief 15 to 30-minute conversation with them over Zoom. Now, you want to pull out your ideal customer profile that you created in this last step and ask them the same questions that you asked yourself about them. So again, what are their most important values? What are their hobbies, interests? Where do they hang out? Where are they online? What are their biggest life goals? Their biggest fears, challenges, obstacles, pain points, all as it relates to your overall idea. If you could offer them a dream solution to their biggest problem, what would that look like? Is there a particular transformation they're looking for? Include any questions that you think are relevant to your particular idea. You also want to run a few of your product or service ideas past them and ask if they resonate. Ask them if they'd purchase this product or service if it was available to them right now. And when you do that, you're looking for a solid yes, not a maybe or a probably or a not really sure. If you get a solid yes from a good handful of the people you speak with, you know you're on the right track. Also, if similar products or services already exist, ask them why they haven't purchased any of those solutions already, or if they have purchased any of them, what were their experiences with them? What did they like? What did they not like? How could they have been improved? Now, trust me when I say that you will be so glad you had these conversations. Every time I've done this, the result has been absolute gold. Now, once you've had these conversations, revisit your ideal customer profile to fill in any of those blanks and make any necessary revisions. Now, at the end of the stage, you should have a solid business idea, a few potential product or service ideas, and a fairly comprehensive understanding of exactly who your ideal customers are and where to find them. So this is an incredible foundation on which to start building your business, and we're going to keep adding to that foundation in the next step. So in the next video, you're going to start attracting your ideal customers magnet style so that you've got a pool of potential buyers at hand once your offer is ready. You're going to be using the best free marketing methods available, as well as positioning yourself as a trusted authority in the space you're about to enter, which is going to benefit you greatly when launch time finally arrives. If you're enjoying this series so far and you've decided that now's the time to create your own skill or knowledge-based online business, download my brand new free guide, the 4-step, no time to waste online business startup blueprint that I've left a link to down in the description below. In it, you're going to find everything we talked about today, as well as what I cover in this entire series in written form so that you can reference it whenever and wherever you want. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and of course, share it with anyone you know who's thinking about starting their own skill or knowledge-based online business. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week.